All right, so this is going to respond to living my Celeste life's question. She commented on one of my videos saying, "Thanks so much for this video. It was very helpful as I'm getting ready to launch my first event." That's exciting. "Can you please make a video on how to find or create a team to manage the door?" Great. More often than not, it's pretty easy to find them just in your own friend network. Some things worth mentioning are there is the nightlife stereotype of like the resting bitch face door girl, the girl that stands there with the clipboard and the south resting bitch face. I would encourage you to avoid that person. I know it's the stereotype, but it doesn't mean that it's good. Just because something occurs a frequent amount of times in nightclubs doesn't mean it's a particularly good thing. I will share with you one little trick or tip or hint that a nightclub manager shared with me once. If you can, and if you know anyone, try and get a girl that used to work as a stripper. And the reason that we say that is because they know how to, because they've had at least months or years of experience, had to put on that overly extroverted, fun face that people would like to have as their first impression walking into a nightclub. Because imagine two different scenarios. You come into a club, a girl goes, "Name," doesn't even like look up from the clipboard. It goes, "Okay, I can't find you on the list, next," and then is very dismissive of you. It's a really bad, cold, detached way to actually enter the nightclub. Whereas the alternative is someone that says, "Hey, how you going? Whose list do you on?" Far more inviting. And then the other kind of lag effect of that is the guys, or even the girls as well, will also just already have that memory anchored to their first experience of this nightclub. One of the things I actually had to do, I'm not a door girl, obviously, but we had a door girl on list and we had a door girl on the till. One of my responsibilities, the manager would tell me, just go into the line and just find groups of people to just bring to the front of the line. And so what I would actually do is to engage people while they're actually standing in the line. I'd just get them to do and play games. So whoever told me the funniest joke, I'd bring their group of friends to the front of the line. If I had another time, I got two of my friends that they ran a podcast and they were pretty popular on social media. I got them to, I think I paid them a couple $100 to just entertain the line for like a couple of hours. They got the whole line to sing like Bohemian Rhapsody and all this shit. They're doing sing-alongs and karaoke's, all this like wild, bizarre shit. Because you had to think about it, standing in a line typically is the same experience across multiple different nightclubs. So if you can change that experience, you already have a little bit of a 1% advantage over other nightclubs because people already have a good experience before they even walk through the door. Right? Because standing in the line is the first experience of this nightclub. And typically what that feels like is you're standing in the cold, you wish you bought a jacket, you're starting to sober up, and people are getting agitated because you had to wait. And so if you can change up that experience by actually making it a little bit more interesting, making it a little bit more friendly, you won't see the effects immediately, but they will compound over time. And so try and find someone that's a little bit more extroverted, a little bit more flirtatious, a little bit more friendly than usual, so that the people standing in line will have a better experience. Let me just pause this while I try to think of any other points before I end the video. I didn't really have any other points, but I do want to re-emphasize the point that you want someone that is naturally one of those social butterflies. So I'm really not one of those social butterflies, but I could turn it on when I needed to. And so every now and then what I would do is just literally just part of what I knew would help the club in the long term is I would just go out the front and just stand there and just greet people as they were coming in. That was the whole thing that I would do. And eventually, if people come every week, they get to know me, they know my name, I know their name, we buy drinks and all that stuff. And it will increase the lifetime value of the customers just because they already knew some before they walked in the door. So get people that are, again, I've been repeating this point, more extroverted, more friendly. If they used to work as a stripper, take that one over everyone else just because they know how to turn it on. Even when they come to work and they're not in the mood to be extroverted, they have that experience turning on that extra little switch in their head that goes, all right, I had to be outgoing and flirtatious and friendly. Have fun.